Here we are, the end of 2023. Recently, a new Dying Light 2 update just came out, and it was a crossover event with a popular video game, For Honor. This update went ahead and added in 3 warriors that you can duel, spread across the open world. The warriors can be found throughout the city, sometimes fighting each other or other zombies, or even both. And I can already tell you that this update, it's a good step in the right direction compared to previous crossover events. But this is by no means a perfect event. There is a lot of good in here, but also a handful of areas where I'm going to offer up a lot of criticism on how to make it better. I'm going to limit all the fancy video editing and the memes because I do think it'll detract from the points that I'm trying to make here. Except for maybe one meme, okay?
This is fun. Are you having fun?
Of course.
And Eminem, are you having fun? 2 of us are having fun.
So, with the new update, you can run into 3 familiar faces from For Honor: Kensei, Warden, and Berserker. My absolute favorite part of this update is the increased utilization of the crossover IP. My biggest criticism from the previous event, Vampires, is that Tekken didn't really take much advantage of the IP to do fun, crazy, and exciting things. It was mainly boosters, bounties, and bundles. The last crossover event was pretty lackluster, but with this, they really went above and beyond with incorporating certain elements of For Honor into Dying Light 2. They worked directly with Ubisoft to get their hands on visual assets, textures, character models, as well as sound effects and tracks, so things like shouts, taunts, and yells of the enemies are now in Dying Light 2. It is awesome, and if you're a major fan of For Honor, seeing these characters crossover and actually hearing their voices and seeing similar interactions is quite refreshing, wild, and a little bit weird. But that's okay. I'm not sure how you guys feel, but when these events start to do things that are a little bit chaotic and atypical, that's when true creativity can be showcased. I mean, the goals and the rewards are pretty damn good here. They basically take one of the bundles and break it down. So your warm-up goal is the Berserker's hand-to-axe blueprint. Personal goal is the one you care about the most, aka the outfit and paraglider. The global goal is a charm that once applied to your weapon after you cut off an enemy, you won't consume stamina for 10 seconds. More on that later. And honestly, I believe this is where the positive aspects come to an end. So the bad. And this isn't me intentionally trying to criticize this game just for the sake of doing so. I genuinely want to see this game succeed. I think we can all agree that you, me, Tekken, we all want to see this game succeed. But it just seems that time and time again, Tekken isn't really fully grasping on what players are seeking when it comes to in-game events. And today, we're going to break down exactly what's wrong here and also offer up solutions on how to make it better, after a quick message from our sponsor. So I understand that when you're first getting into PC gaming, it could be quite stressful and super overwhelming. That's why today we decided to partner up with Jawa GG, the sponsor of today's video. Jawa GG is the one-stop shop marketplace for gamers. On here, gamers can buy and sell completed gaming PCs, components, computer parts, and much more. You can easily skip the hassle of researching, buying, and building a gaming PC by buying directly from their verified sellers. What I love the most about this is the options. You can go and find something that fits your budget needs, and it'll also tell you exactly how performance will be on certain games that may interest you. Or if you're a massive PC gamer already and you're looking to upgrade, you can sell your old hardware directly on the website and you can use those funds to offset the cost of your new GPU upgrade in a convenient, fast, and efficient way. On top of all of this, Jawa also has a huge list of sellers listing their GPUs at really affordable prices that you should take advantage of. In addition to their website, they also have a massive Discord community willing to help you with any of your troubleshooting needs. They also have game nights, contests, and lots of giveaways as well. If you're looking for the best online marketplace for all of your PC gaming needs, use the link down below in the description or in the pinned comment and get started today. And with all of that said, my friends, thank you so much to Jawa for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to it now. So to continue, you're probably wondering what the event actually entails. And I described everything to you already. The event is simply just killing these warriors over and over. Like, don't get me wrong, it is so much fun and enjoyable to do, but it does lose its charm quite quickly. And this event is going on until December 5th, and I've been playing for an hour, and it doesn't feel the same. I do think this is the best crossover event that we have gotten. I'll give it that. just not the best event that we've gotten. It is quite lacking in that area. There just needs to be something more and something substantial to events like this. Like, this event has no mission or activity. It's just random encounters, which, side note, apparently people are having an incredibly difficult time trying to get the warriors to spawn in so that they can actually go and fight them. Funny enough, I have the exact opposite effect, where they're everywhere. Like, I fight one, turn around, and there's another, and then another. It's kind of crazy, especially because the Discord is just going nuts about their experiences with this. One thing worth mentioning is that the trailer for this event did an incredible job making it look like the event was much more than what it actually was. Hence why you have this massive disclaimer at the bottom of the screen. But in terms of marketing the trailer and getting people excited, whoever edited this nailed that. But just from watching this in-game rendered cutscene, it looks awesome, it looks incredible, it looks like it could have been a mission, it looks like it could have been something I would have loved to have played in an event like this, but it just doesn't exist. These events need something to do, and the answer to that, it cannot be bounties, it cannot be agents, it cannot be endless grind. It needs to be a mission or some sort of repeatable activity that players can do that's fun and challenging. I've talked about this in the past, but I think Techland should utilize the arena of Bloody Ties as a little safe space and safe haven. They should open up the arena, just the arena, for all players to visit, not have the content tied to it. Keep that behind a paywall, keep the story behind a paywall, that's understandable. Have this area be something players can interact with. At least with my proposal, you can expose them to this arena and maybe incentivize them to purchase the DLC. Who knows? For Honor could have benefited from like a challenge duel mode in this arena, or a mode where it's 2v2s against the exact AI that they created specifically for this event. Payday 2 could have been an event where players rob a bank from zombie clowns and they put thermal down to break into the bank, and then it alerts the horde or something crazy like that. And then the rewards could be tied to whatever the event is. I know a counter argument to this would be, do you really want Techland to put in so much time and effort into a limited time activity? And to counter that, the beauty of putting this into a Bloody Ties arena, you could slap a poster on the wall and make it something that's repeatable. This way you aren't storing content away into a vault never to be seen again. These events, they just need to be something substantial. They really need to change because it's getting quite exhausting. It sucks because many people in the community will just say they don't have to make this free content or you don't have to play it. But yet again, the mindset that Techland is currently operating in is help us improve, help us make this better. They're asking us, how can we achieve that? Like, we're almost 2 years in with a boatload of events and updates under our belt. Some are exceptional, some are not. But it's just at a certain point, I just feel like the community is saying the same things over and over, and we're not really getting anywhere with it. Or there are times where a new update will come out, then they just slap you with one of the most bizarre updates immediately after. For example, one recent update that is somewhat related to this For Honor discussion that we're currently having was a recent hotfix that they did that made vital changes to the balancing in a mainly PvE game. And this has been something that's occurred for so long, and it's gone to the point where the community is kind of getting annoyed as we have to cave in exactly to how Techland wants us to play their game. Like we said, Techland at this point is developing this game with a collaborative mindset, working with the community to shape the future and benefit it in the long term. In situations like this, with what happened with the recent hotfix, it makes you question the validity of that statement, as these changes just directly suck away the fun and enjoyment from the game. The changes, it nerfed boosters and legend level XP gains, essentially limiting how powerful you can be as a player, almost like Techland is afraid of people being overpowered in their game. I do have a lot more that I want to say because of some of the new items in the shop with For Honor. They're just starting to rub me the wrong way, where they grant you these ridiculous abilities. But before we do get there, I do want to go ahead and invite Respawn Gentleman onto the channel to give his thoughts about the situation regarding the latest hotfix, so that you can go and gain another perspective.
Hey Oni, thanks for having me. With the patch, the game was made more balanced, but the issue with this is that it should have been this way from the start of the 1.13 update. Techland dangled some things that made the legend level grind much more tolerable, then took it away as if we were the problem. This has been a consistent thing where issues that have been going on since release get overlooked for fixing something that doesn't really affect the overall game and the ability to play it. Look at Dying Light 1, it still has so many game-breaking mechanics that allow you to play and have fun however you want that were never taken out. With the exception of competitive multiplayer games, people should be able to play games in a way that is most enjoyable for them. Whether that's making the game extremely difficult, extremely easy, or even just stealing everyone's shoes so all the NPCs are barefoot for no reason. Hopefully Techland is able to do more testing of new mechanics before introducing them to make sure they're balanced when they are put in the game.
Thank you, sir. So, TLDR, Techland is switching up things in order to balance the game. I do get it to a certain degree. However, it is a little hypocritical, and the argument kind of falls flat because they're selling bundles with charms that grant you either extra damage or special abilities. So with the For Honor bundle, one charm gives you unlimited stamina for 10 seconds if you cut the head of a foe. I wish I could say the word, but YouTube, man. Decapitation! It's just ironic that their whole reasoning is that they don't want players to be overpowered. Meanwhile, they have no issue selling overpoweredness in the shop. Granted, you can earn this charm right now, but it is for a limited time. I do want to make that explicitly clear. There is an option to get it right now for free. However, you have until December 5th to do that. My biggest worry when I made these two videos is that increased monetization would be a slippery slope with future items. Some people and some creators are saying that it's pay to win. I would argue differently for now. There aren't really any competitive game modes in Dying Light 2 at the moment where someone could, quote, win. I guess you could kill an enemy in bloody ties, get unlimited stamina, and beat the challenges quicker than your friend, but for right now, there's not much competitive aspect to this. That could change over time, but we'll have to wait and see. It is also worth noting that with the release of this update, we officially have 23 paid bundles in Dying Light 2. Dying Light 1 had 22. A game with almost 2 years of support has passed one that did with 7 years of support. And people still want to argue to me that there isn't increased monetization in Dying Light 2. But I do digress. Anyways, friends, that is the end of today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below about the whole For Honor update. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? I do want to say that there will not be a monthly review for December. This video will take its place. I'm currently working on something that's quite exciting that will go around at around that same time. It's a video that I've spent weeks working on. It's almost like a special presentation, and it's a video that so many of you have been asking me to do for the last 2 years. And no, it's not a Days Gone review. That's coming in December too, don't worry. But literally, I've been dumping all of my heart and soul into my next video, so I do implore you to check it out. You will not be disappointed. But again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.